Hey everyone, it's Sleepyhead, and this is iRacing's Season 3, Week 1, Spec Racer Ford from Okayama. Okay, we're in grid. Mine is the white and green car. The slot in front of me, the guy never made it to the grid. I guess he's social distancing, but it doesn't matter because we're off. My strategy for this race is my usual strategy. I'm going to start near the back and try to drive clean and just pick up whatever I can get. Now, of course, here we come up to the first turn, and this is, the most dangerous part. And sure enough, I don't know where that guy came from. And when I was driving the car, I actually thought might have been 3 wide, and he got forced into me. But we'll check the replay here, and you'll see. No way, that is not a mistake like I was thinking it was. It was more of a mistake of, well, I don't know what kind of mistake that was. But it looked like the whole field did manage to get through turn 1 without any real problems. It's this big hairpin turn here that really caused the problem. And it wasn't... I don't think any of these guys actually touched each other. There were 3 of them there. They just sort of independently managed to all spin out simultaneously. That did spoil that guy's... you saw that car with the green and red there. He was kind of spoiled coming out of that turn and gave me a chance to slip past him. But at this point, I was afraid because I saw him coming up on me, and I kind of gave him the inside line because I thought he might try to do something to try to get by me. But he got his chance to get by me here. He did not touch me. I managed to do that all by myself. Now, if you know this track, that little corner right there, you have to stay on the gas. Because if you don't pick up the throttle like you should, it will hook around on you like that, and it's not exactly terrifying to me, but it is a little bit disconcerting, and yeah, that caught me out this time. So I think from here on out, I just pick up most of the places that I lost at the start, just through most people spinning out as normal. In a way similar to what I did myself. So, it's going to be several more laps of me, the field sort of sorting things out and getting established, and that, kind of like gets us into the regular rhythm of the race. So this now gives me a chance to start to talk about the broader scope of, what's going on with me and my iRacing career now. So I've been doing iRacing for about 5 years now, on and off. Probably more off than on. And one thing's for sure is that, I've never really put in the time needed to get really fast. So, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that the whole strategy here was, start at the back and sort of stay clean and see how well I could do. And that's sort of my default strategy because I don't really have the option of just like trying to drive faster than everybody. That I'm hoping that all of that is going to come to a change with Season 3 here, because I have committed myself to trying really, really hard. And it's still only the second week now of Season 3, so I've got a lot of learning to do, and I'm certainly it's not gonna happen overnight, but I have noticed as I focus and try harder and really concentrate on driving smoothly, using the brakes properly, easing into the throttle, balancing the car the way I should. As I focus on these basics, my lap times are coming up, and they are coming up quickly. So I'm thinking that I can get to a point within a couple of weeks, probably, maybe even sooner, I hope. But in any event, I'm trying really hard to get to a point where I can put in competitive lap times and, start to compete for at least, top fives, and put myself into a position to take advantage of, maybe I could pick up a win here or there, if the leaders, get into trouble or that kind of thing. But as it is right now, I'm not there, so I've got to make do with what I have, and what I have is, I'm really good at looking far down the track. I can see these things coming. Sometimes I can even avoid them. So staying clean, that is number one focus, and I'm going to build on that with better driving skills. And And I think, that's the main commentary I wanted to bring across during this little interlude. And that sort of leads us into the next phase, the final phase of this video. This is the thrilling, dramatic, exciting battle for 7th place. If you've been paying attention, and if you pay attention now, you'll see that there's a car that's been slowly creeping his way up on me. It's a silver Spec Racer Ford SRF. I'm going to call him the Silver Surfer. He's been, he's clearly driving faster than I am, so he's been making up about a second, sometimes more, per lap. Sometimes, it pulls out even, but most of the time he's been coming up, 1 second at a time. And we're about, halfway through the race, maybe around lap 9 or so, 8 or 9, something like that. And at this point, we come into this final turn onto the front stretch, and he's got the run on me. Here he is. He comes around there. I do a poor job of making that turn. He does exactly what he's supposed to. Gets that draft, and that gives him the chance to finally poke out and come around. And I had seen him coming up, so I was going to let him go by because he's just clearly faster. But he overcooked it into the turn. And there's still, 5 or 6 laps left. So I'm thinking, okay, because I saw he was gone in my rearview mirror. So I was kind of hoping that at this point, maybe I could finish ahead of him, because it was not clear that he would be able to make up that kind of a gap in the time we had left. What we're going to see here is, the Silver Surfer, he's able to make up the gap. You can see here, lap by lap, he is closing in on me until, we get up to lap 15, the final lap. He's almost there, and somehow, he's not close enough to pass, not even to think about it, but somehow, there he goes. He loops it around again in the same place. And I see that in my rearview mirror, and I think, oh, what a relief. Now I've got a big gap again. There's only less than 1 lap to go. I can ease up and just coast on home. Except as I'm coming down into Redmond Corner, I ease up on the brake too much, and that puts me going way too fast, and I slide right off the track. Oh, it's bad, because I gotta okay, don't panic, get back on the track, and there's the Silver Surfer right there, but I managed to get back on in front of him without, causing a huge wreck. But now the pressure's on, because, he's out of position, but he had the speed on me. But after this corner, I'm back up the speed, and we got that last corner onto the straight, which he's better at, and he takes that inside line, but it's not enough. He just doesn't have what he needs to get the 7th place win. So I got my 7th place finish. That's it for week 1. It's on to Interlagos next week. Take care, everybody.